We're at SunTrust Park in Atlanta, Georgia on a warm and humid overcast night. Cubs baseball on WGN Sports. The Cubs 4-0 all-time here in this beautiful ballpark. A thrilling 3-2 win in Game 1 last night. Great to have you with us tonight, along with Jim DeShays. I'm Len Casper. A slight chance of rain a little later on, although that seems to happen every time we come to Atlanta. And man, what a game last night. Where do we start? I guess we'll go right to the ninth inning.
Yeah, that's where all the drama went down. The Cubs had only had 3 hits going into the ninth inning, but they had 3 hits in that inning. Double, Almora and then Russell. Almora got it started. Russell delivers the game-tying double off the base of the wall in deep left center field. Almora, great hustle to stretch his single and a double to get the inning started. Then Ben Zobrist would prove to be the game winner. Took that fastball from Vizcaino and lined it into center.
And earlier in the game, the Braves made 3 outs on the bases, including 2 at home plate. The Cubs were able to win the game in the ninth. Tonight's starters, Tyler Chatwood, would like to not walk as many people, but he continues to pitch pretty well. And Brandon McCarthy's had a couple of ugly ones.
Yeah, McCarthy's got a winning record despite an ERA close to 6. His last 2 starts not good at all. He allowed 6 runs last time out in 5 innings of work. The Chatwood story remains the same. Yeah, pitching around a lot of walks. Low batting average against. He's only allowed 1 home run. That's been the key to his success.
Braves have the best record in the National League. Cubs are 5 games over 500, and the other 3 teams atop the division all won earlier today. Cubs and Braves coming up.
Responsibly. Budweiser reminds you to drink wiser. Ford, inviting you to visit your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. Xfinity. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today. Lexus. Experience amazing. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Choose Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, the card to carry through it all. Volkswagen. Visit your local Volkswagen dealer or VWDealer.com for the Volkswagen dealer near you. And by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
We are ready. Brandon McCarthy to Albert Almora Jr. And a fastball for a strike. McCarthy coming back, the wind and the pitch. Got the bottom of the zone call from Carlos Torres. Get you the rest of the Cubs lineup here in a second. Off the outside corner, 1-2 on Almora, who had that big one-out double in the ninth, leading to the game-tying run. And has been a real good stretch here at the plate lately, including a home run against the Braves on Monday. That is a foul ball, just foul. Albert wondering if it might have caught the paint, but the call was made by Alfonso Marquez.
Yeah, part of the good work Almora has done this year is what we saw just there, the ability and the willingness to shoot the ball the other way. When he gets into trouble, it's a little pull happy, and he'll start hitting the ball on the ground repeatedly to the left side of the infield. At 373 on base percentage when in the leadoff spot this year. He's got an 852 OPS here in the month of May, so he's been doing a lot of fine work here.
Another 1-2 is in the dirt. McCarthy made 2 starts against the Cubs last year as a Dodger, and he didn't give up a run in 12 innings of work.
Yeah, 6 scoreless each time. One at Wrigley early, and then about a month later in May out in LA.
Swing and a miss for the first out of the ball game. Chris Bryant coming up, and the rest of the Cubs Southwest starting lineup: Rizzo, then Contreras, Baez playing second and batting fifth. Kyle Schwarber is in left. Addison Russell at short hitting seventh. Ian Happ gets a start in right field. He'll bat eighth. And Tyler Chatwood in the 9 spot.
So here's the veteran Brandon McCarthy making his 9th start, 4-2 record despite a 5.58 ERA. Enjoyed great run support. Ooh, that's firm there. 95 with sink. His 5.58 ERA, the 3rd highest in the National League among pitchers with at least 40 innings of work under their belt.
Is 1-0 to Bryant. Has popped up foul territory and back out of play. 74 degrees. And I would say partly cloudy. It has really cleared up. We got some rain this morning and into the early afternoon, and we might get some more rain tonight, but we're fine for now. Hook to left, and Bryant will make the turn and head towards second, and he's got a double.
A little bit reminiscent of the double that Almora hit in the ball game last night. It's a big yard, and if the outfielders are bunching the gaps a little bit, there's a long way to go to cover the line. Acuna, the left fielder, can really go. He hustles over there, but Bryant out of the box thinking 2 all the way. You see how far Acuna has to go to track that one down. And the speedy Bryant has himself a 1-out double.
Anthony Rizzo 0 for 3 with a walk last night, and he is starting to take his walks again, 7 over his last 5 games following a 16-game stretch without one. Braves overshift to the pull side on the infield, and Rizzo gets under one. It's the shortstop Camargo for out number 2. Carlos Torres is the home plate umpire. Alfonso Marquez, Sam Holbrook, and Jim Wolf on the bases. Holbrook is the crew chief, and Braves fans are not a big fan of his. Not only did he make that call at third base last night, the fans here didn't agree with, as Charlie Culberson was thrown out. But he was the guy who made the infield fly rule call in the playoffs a few years ago. against St. Louis.
Yeah, wild card game.
Yeah,
maybe?
they haven't forgotten that.
Littered the field. They're upset with Sam. Right-handed batters this year hitting .392 against Brandon McCarthy. Talked about the inflated ERA. A lot of that damage coming in his last 2 starts combined. His last 2, 8 1/3 innings, 23 hits, and 14 runs in those 2 ball games. Prior to that, he was on a pretty good run. His stuff looks good tonight.
13th season, 7th big league organization. Injuries have been a big problem for him throughout his career. He has been on the DL 15 times.
Yeah, he may be the most transacted player in baseball. Between the trades, the outrights, the DL stints, 3 times on the DL last year.
He only made 29 starts in 3 years with the Dodgers after signing a 4-year, $48 million contract. And there you go.
It's been a bumpy ride for him. You know, he's had surgery, he's had blisters, he's had hip issues. He had a fractured skull. He got hit by a comebacker in 2012. He's been remarkable in terms of his perseverance, I guess, to fight through all of this and continue to pitch.
He's a great Twitter follow. Still 2-2 on Contreras.
Yes, according to the Braves press guide in 2013, Sports Illustrated rated Brandon and his wife top 100 Twitter follows in sports.
Everything down so far in this sequence against Contreras. Bryant, the runner at second base, 2 outs, first inning.
Yeah, he likes to sink his fastball and he'll throw the cutter in on the hands of the left-handed hitters. Also features curveball and slider. Used to throw a changeup, but has not used that pitch this year.
On the ground to third, that's Ryan Flaherty. And that's it for the Cubs in the top of the first. Braves coming up against Tyler Chatwood. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today. Here's the Braves batting order written out by Brian Snitker. Albies, Acuna Jr. and Freeman at the top. Markakis, Flowers, and Inciarte in the middle. They scored 2 runs, both on home runs last night. Camargo, Flaherty, and McCarthy rounded out.
Check quickly the Cubs defensively. Schwarber Almora happy and making his first start this year in right field. He was out there 8 times last year. Bryant Russell Baez Rizzo. Contreras behind the plate, and our Blue Cross Blue Shield starting pitcher is that fellow Tyler Chatwood. Choose Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, the card to carry through it all.
First pitch swinging. Albies out in the deep right center, and that ball is off the fence. And it's a leadoff double. He continues to do damage with the power.
Yeah. Mr. Extra Base Hit delivers yet again. First pitch fastball, and he jumps all over. It's interesting because well chronicled, and obviously the Braves are aware of Chatwood's walks issues, but they swing at first pitch more than any other team in Major League Baseball. So I was curious to see how they would approach Tyler tonight, if they'd be a little more patient, try to work some walks. At least for Albies, the answer is no. He's going to continue to hack.
His National League leading 15th double. He's tied for the Major League lead in home runs with 13. Here's Acuna, the rookie, who hit his first career homer in this ballpark in the 8th inning last night. His 4th of the season. And at the time, it gave the Braves the lead.
And it was a missile to straightaway center field.
Two balls, no strikes. Chatwood leads the majors in walks. 5 walks at least in 5 of his 7 starts. But he pitches with a 3.35 ERA going into tonight.
Yeah, so the biggest issue with the walks really has been the pitch count and the fact that he hasn't been able to pitch deep into most of his starts. So over time, that's going to start to take a toll on the bullpen. But just in terms of his performance, it really hasn't been that big of an issue, because the league's only hitting .202 against him. They're not slugging at all. He's allowed just 1 home run. Right-handed batters hitting .154 against him.
Yeah, over his last 5 starts, right-handed hitters are 4 for 46. He's 3-1 on Acuna.
And you can almost, read his mind at the start of the game. Okay, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to throw strike 1. Boom. Guy standing on second base. Like, these strikes are overrated, man.
Fouled away. To fill it up. He pitched twice last year against the Braves, but those were relief outings with the Rockies. Sharply hit grounder. Scooped by Baez. Albies now at third with 1 out.
Good work there by Acuna, hitting that ball hard to the right side of the diamond, moving Albies along. The ball really jumps off that kid's bat. Both these kids, and they are kids, 20 and 21.
Chris Bryant heading over to the other side of the infield, and the Cubs will play their infield in. Almora's got to tie his shoes first.
Maybe overlaced.
Well, that's like a
That's
triple
a lot
knot.
of lace he's got going on there.
So Russell over there third, basically holding on Albies like a first baseman would. In the dirt. Good pick by Contreras. Although, had it gotten by him, he probably just would have thrown out Albies at the plate.
It will be interesting to see how aggressive the Braves are should that happen in this game. Contreras made a heck of a play last night as the ball went to the backstop, and he scrambled back there, threw off 1 foot, and made a perfect feed to Mike Montgomery, who made the tag at home plate.
You see Russell has his foot on the bag like a first baseman would on the other side, and Freeman fouls to the net behind home plate.
Looked like he was trying to shoot the ball to the other field.
Let's check out our Lexus Run Predictor, brought to you by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer. An early opportunity for the Braves. And it's 1-0. Freddie Freeman with an RBI single.
He's close to 400 this year with runners in scoring position. He has such a solid approach at the plate. I showed you that run predictor, and the Braves have been very successful in these situations, and you would have to guess maybe even a better chance of it happening with Freeman in the box. It's an elevated cut fastball. Would have needed 4 or 5 on the right side of the infield to stop that one from getting through.
Maybe the most surprising note about Freddie Freeman's 8-year-plus career is that he's only been an All-Star twice, and that speaks to the depth in the National League of really good first basemen, including the guy standing right next to him.
Yeah, it's always been such a great offensive position, and year after year when you talk about All-Star snubs, you can usually point to 2, 3, sometimes 4 first basemen who don't make that team that are probably deserving.
Anthony Rizzo has made it 3 times. Nick Markakis has never been an All-Star, but he's certainly putting up All-Star numbers here in the first month and a half. 1 ball, 1 strike. That, by the way, is his 5th swing and miss the last 93 times he has swung the bat. And only the 2nd time over that stretch against a right-handed pitcher.
So you're saying he's been locked in?
Yep.
Yeah, well, he's walked more than he has struck out.
Hit the ball on the ground a bunch last night. Went 0 for 4 with 3 ground outs. One, 2 is bounced to short. 6, 4, 3. Double play to end the inning. The Braves get on the board first. They lead 1-0.
All the up-to-the-minute stats and information while you watch from home. Game Zone is sponsored by The Great Escape. Pools, patio furniture, hot tubs, and more. Escape your everyday. Shop The Great Escape.
Nice crowd again tonight. Over 34,000 in the ballpark last night. Baez batting 5th this evening. Takes a strike. hitless last night, including 3 strikeouts. Still leads the National League with 36 RBIs. And there's a base hit to the opposite field.
It's a good sign. His numbers have been trending in the wrong direction here for a little bit. And this couple of weeks, it's been a lot of pull on the ground. And again, say it all the time, the hitters are thinking big part of the diamond. Usually good things happen.
McCarthy came in giving up a .432 batting average, leading off an inning. And the Cubs are 1 for 2 in that department tonight. Key is you got to take advantage of getting that leadoff man on. And a 1-out double from Bryant in the first, but could not cash it in. 1-0 on Schwarber. Kyle with a great throw on a very bizarre play in the first inning last night. Freddie Freeman stole second base. The throw hit him and he basically kicked it into left. And Freeman came all the way around third, tried to score, and Schwarber fired a seed to Contreras to get him out. McCarthy's 2-0 is taken for a strike. Mentioned in the open, everybody else won today. In terms of the teams at the top of the NL Central, the Pirates beat the White Sox 3-2. Cardinals over the Twins 7-5. Milwaukee won at Arizona 8-2. And the Reds, the last place team, but playing much better as of late, beat the Giants 6-3. Two swing and a miss, strike 3. Baez back to the bag. Time now for our high-speed replay, powered by Xfinity.
Yeah, you talked about what a funky play it was. The throw sails a little bit on Contreras, takes a weird bounce out into shallow left field, and heads up Schwarber comes to the rescue, and the throw gets to Contreras at the same exact time that Freeman does.
So stolen base, E2, 7-2.
Yeah, and obviously in a 1-run game that turns out to be a huge play, and so Schwarber had a tough night at the plate. He was 0 for 4 with 3 punch-outs, but a big part of that W with that play.
Russell, the game-tying RBI double, and then scoring the game-winning run. Sitting in a 2-0 count. McCarthy 6'7", 225. He's from Southern California. Acquired from the Dodgers in the offseason.
Deal sent Matt Kemp back to LA.
It's interesting. I was reading the story right after that trade occurred, and McCarthy was talking about leaving a team that had been the National League champions, the Dodgers, and going to a rebuilding Braves team. Right. So at the time, it's kind of the, I hate to leave a winning situation, but I'm kind of part of a rebuild. Well, the Braves are in first. The Dodgers are 16-25. Who'd have known?
Yeah, there's no way you could know that. No. The Dodgers don't appear to be getting any better anytime soon either. And they've got injury issues. Obviously, guys underperforming.
They're trailing again tonight at Miami 2-0 in the third. 3-1 strike on a breaking ball. See, Baez is on the move. He is, and that one is lifted out into deep right center. Inciarte will run it down. That's a nice play by a multiple Gold Glover.
Yeah, if it hangs in the air out there, he's likely going to run it down. It looked to me like he took a little bit of a bad angle initially and then rerouted it. Another good swing by Russell, though. The at-bat he had last night in the ninth was one of the best we've seen all year, and he makes solid contact again here. He's really trending in the right direction. He hit it to the wrong guy. Big part of the yard out there.
Inciarte has won consecutive Gold Gloves in center. And Ian Happ swings away, lifts it off of third. Flaherty on the warning track over there makes the grab. So Baez never did get to second base. 1-0 Braves. WGNTV.com. Presented by Nationwide's Jeff Vukovich. Go to jeffvuk.com or follow him on social media. Nationwide is on your side. Had a chance to tour the ballpark a little bit before the game with our producer Mark Brady. Went out and grabbed an H&F burger down in right field. Watched a little BP.
Engage with any fans?
There weren't a lot of fans in the ballpark yet.
What was your, I mean, we've had our perspective from up here, touring about, walking around the ballpark. What'd you think?
I like it very much. Tyler Flowers, 1 ball, 1 strike. This ballpark is, for lack of a better word, very vertical. The seats are pretty close to the field. I'd say a pretty intimate setting. I read the last seat in the upper deck here is 21 feet closer to the field than the last seat was at Turner Field. So that's good. Well, 3-1 on Flowers, who reached base 5 times on Monday against the Cubs at Wrigley Field. And he drills one out into center. Almora back at the wall. He got it! What a grab! He might have just saved a home run.
Well, he's made a bunch of them, but that might be the play of the year so far. Yeah, wow. He's wowing himself. He's wowing everybody in this ballpark. And he's going to turn around and look at the big board and watch his magic act. Andrew Jones. Remind you of Andrew a little bit?
Yeah.
Tip of the cap. Wow, this is spectacular. Oh my, that is just incredible.
Inciarte bounces to Rizzo.
Tips his cap to Chatwood as if to say, happy to help out my friend.
So 2 outs, and it's Johan Camargo. Switch batter hitting from the left side, takes ball 1.
I'm chatting with Joe this afternoon, and he said he really likes Camargo. He's going to be a good player. He said he reminded him from the left side of Tony Fernandez.
Yeah, I can see it.
Big leaguer, Blue Jays, Padres.
He's a left side infielder. At some point, probably in the next week or so, Dansby Swanson will be back. And will grab a lot of time at short. Been using Bautista and Flaherty over at third. So somebody's playing time will decrease, but I guess these are good problems.
Yeah, somebody's roster spot may disappear too.
Called strike 3. Tyler Flowers thought he had a double, maybe even a home run, but Almora scaling the fence took it away. Play promotion. Text Subway to 97999. Right now, the 300th texter will win a $30 gift card to a Subway restaurant in the Chicagoland area. Subway, so much sandwich.
Hey, Cub fans, nobody tops your passion and nothing beats the experience of Cubs baseball at Wrigley Field. Be a part of it all season long. Everybody in. The Cubs return home next Tuesday to face the Indians for a 2-game set. Tickets are still available for both games at Cubs.com.
Pitcher versus pitcher. Chatwood here in the third. 1-0 Braves. And a foul strike.
McCarthy with a little more life on his heater than the scouting report would indicate. 94-95 from him. So after a couple of short ones, he may be extra fresh out there tonight. And probably extra motivated too. I don't know if that makes you throw any harder. Doubt it.
Swing and a miss. Chatwood is out. Third strikeout for McCarthy.
His last 2 starts, he threw 85 and 78 pitches respectively.
Hey, I was going to mention Matt Kaminsky again, the organist here, who does a terrific job. He's playing Jump by Van Halen. He went to high school in Algonquin, Illinois. Matt did. And last night played Paint It Black when Ben Zobrist came to bat. A little nod to his black shoes that he likes to wear. Let's see who's going places. Brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. And Almora doing it not only with the glove but the bat as well. That's a base hit. Center field, Almora reaches. I believe Matt Kaminsky played Go Cubs Go when Bryce Harper came to the plate recently.
That does sound familiar. Almora having himself a nice night here. Spectacular play, now solid single. Set the table for Bryant. And a winning combination for the Cubs with Albert out in center.
Short lead by Almora, and the pitch to Bryant is a little low. Chris leading the league now in OPS. Came in at 1,004. And now it is, I have to do the math. It's above that. That's all I got for you.
He is the most shifted upon right-handed batter in the game. In this instance with man on first, they keep Albies on the right side of second base. He can make the pivot on a double play.
Bryant's OPS 1,018.
Margot strong pull. There's really no room there on the hole between third and short. Very little.
High drive out into deep left. Acuna will make the catch. Almora tagging, and he'll make second. Boy, Chris just got under one. If he straightens that out, he might hit it under the concourse.
Yeah, I was trying to read Acuna's body language there, and I couldn't tell if he was giving up on it because it was flying out of here or he was going to make a play on it. I can tell by his reaction he knew he didn't quite get all of it. Good base running here by Almora. I don't know that Acuna could have thrown him out anyway, but not really good technique by him. Drifting after that ball the way he did. He didn't didn't have a whole lot of room out there to make a running start into the catch, but a little bit flat-footed when he made that throw.
One strike to Rizzo. Runner in scoring position. And a line out to Albies. Bad luck for Rizzo. And it's still 1-0 Braves in the third. Time now to see who's got momentum. Brought to you by First Midwest Bank. First Midwest Bank Connect with a momentum maker today. Braves, Pirates, Cubs. Top three teams in extra base hits in the National League. Ball one on former Cub farmhand Ryan Flaherty. He's playing third. Tough night for Jose Bautista last night. 3 strikeouts, and the last 2 at bats he swung and missed at 6 consecutive sliders.
Thus earning himself a night off.
He had the game-winning homer on Monday. His first career homer at Wrigley. Foul tip, 2-2. Changeup.
Yeah, he used his changeup a lot in his last start. Tyler did, significantly more than he normally does. Six guys will swing from the left side for the Braves tonight. That could be a good weapon for him.
Bouncer to the third baseman Bryant. That's out number 1. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN. Atlanta JD, game 2 of a 3-game series, and if you count Monday, game 3 of 4 between the Cubs and Braves this week. McCarthy, a career .053 hitter with 1 extra base hit, which came on April 6th of this year. Bounced toward the middle, over the bag at second, and Russell makes the play. Good thing it didn't hit the bag, or that might have ended up being a hit. This replay is brought to you by IDOT, reminding you that safe driving habits really are a matter of life or death. Learn more at lifeordeathillinois.com as Albies with a leadoff double in the first and almost hit a home run, which he did on Monday. Outside for ball 1. Now, Ronald, this is where I hit the ball. Acuna was going to say, well, this is where my home run went last night off this part of my bat.
These guys would be what, juniors in college, probably? 20, 21 years of age. Does that sound about right?
Albies would, of course, have a 3.0 grade point average. So 2-1 is way wide. Season series tied at 2-2. Cubs have not lost in this ballpark. 3-game sweep here last July and the win last night.
Benefit of the doubt call there. A little bit elevated, maybe a little bit out. See if Tyler can take advantage.
Almora came in and had to drift back. And a 1-2-3 for Chatwood. 1-zip Braves. Now with more choices than ever at participating locations for a limited time. Braves lead 1-0 on a Freddie Freeman first inning RBI single. The Cubs will have Contreras, Baez, and Schwarber here against Brandon McCarthy.
Pinged a double off the wall in right center last night. McCarthy goes first pitch fastball to right-handed hitters close to 80% of the time. You can't sell out on heater here, but you can certainly look for one. You can hunch it.
Missed his spot. 1 ball, no strikes.
Braves Cubs a little bit of a house divided in that Wilson's brother William is a catcher at Class A for Atlanta. He's playing at Rome. Having a nice year, hitting .284. As badly as I wanted William to be spelled with only 1 L, it's not. It's spelled with 2.
Contreras leads the club with 13 doubles. You get to 2 strikes on him, and he still has a fighting chance. He has hit .301 in 2 strike counts. Major League average is 186, and it's 1-2.
I wasn't aware of that number. That's really impressive.
Couldn't get him to bite on the curve. Pirates 25-17, Brewers 26-18 atop the division. Cardinals a game back. And currently the Cubs 1.5 out of first, but in 4th place.
Flowers made that one look pretty good, didn't he? I mean, you see on our graphic there, pitch was well off the plate, but Flowers is good back there. He's got good hands. Gives the umpire a good look. He has the ability to steal some strikes for his pitcher. Clunk one every now and then.
Flowers thought it was strike 3, but it's ball 4.
He's doing a little lobbying. That's good work by Contreras. And a couple pitches, really a borderline fastball away, and then sinker down and in.
Umpires take a lot of grief, but on that one, Carlos Torres is going to upset somebody, right?
Right.
There's no way to please everybody. You can't say, let's just do that over. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, and see, that's, with this the Supreme Court ruling coming down about legalizing gambling, sports gambling, people are starting to talk about more of an electronic strike zone to take the human element out of it.
Well, I think we will get there at some point. Might take a few years. Baez goes to a knee on a swing and a miss.
Well, he was ready for the heater. He just didn't get it. By a little hit and run combo here. If you trust Javi to put the ball in play. Still something big.
McCarthy came in with a career 1.11 ERA against the Cubs, his lowest versus any opponent, shutting them out into the 4th tonight. Baez strikes out.
Our friends at XRT have helped line up some great shows this season for the Budweiser Concert Series at Gallagher Way. The forecast calls for great weather for the first show, which is this Friday evening, May 18th, and will feature the record company and real estate. Tickets are still available at GallagherWay.com/events.
strikeout per inning so far for McCarthy. And a swing and a miss by Schwarber. Rookie Mike Soroka will pitch for the Braves tomorrow night. John Lester will go for the Cubs. John happens to live in Atlanta in the offseason, so he's able to spend a little time in his home here while we are here for this series.
Always a fun matchup when you have a guy like Lester who's been around for so long up against a rookie like Soroka who's made 3 or 4 starts.
Foul back.
Soroka's 20, is that right?
Yeah.
21. So I know when he first came up, they said they had the 3 youngest players in Major League Baseball.
Correct.
I assume that's still the case.
He is 20, 6'5", 225. He's from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. One, two is taken low. Saw Joey Votto apologize to Canada today.
Yeah, I read
he was on a
yeah.
podcast, I guess, and basically said he didn't really care much about Canadian baseball. And
yeah, because they're asking him about Paxton throwing the no-hitter against Toronto in Canada. Paxton is a Canadian native.
Votto's from Toronto, and yeah, he called strike 3. Schwarber is out. And when you saw Joey's quote written out, thought he's probably going to have to apologize, and he did.
Yeah, it was interesting. He explained, he said, he basically said, I was jealous because he wasn't invited to try out, or he didn't make Team Canada when he was in high school. And there was a couple other events when he was a younger guy that he got a little crosswise with the Canadian baseball folks.
You don't want to incur the wrath of Don Cherry during the Stanley Cup playoffs. Oh, and 1 to Russell. Let's see, 2 of the 4 innings the Cubs have had the leadoff man on. The other 2 innings, a 1-out base runner, but they haven't been able to advance him except for Almora tagging from first to second in the 3rd inning.
So with the big double in the 9th last night on a fastball, hit the fastball deep to center field first time up. So I think they're going to be a little breaking ball heavy, perhaps. And so Contreras to anticipate ball in the dirt, maybe he can get into scoring position. That one's off the plate. That was a bad call. McCarthy career-wise 67 and 74 with a 4.20 lifetime earned run average.
Runner goes, popped into right. Nick Markakis out there will make the grab. He'll bat 3rd in the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Braves. Cubs, this is his 42nd season in the Braves organization. An undrafted free agent catcher in 1977. He is from Macon, Illinois. And as a sophomore, he played right field in 1971. That team is the subject of a Chris Ballard book written in 2012 called One Shot at Forever. Macon, a tiny rural town. They wore hand-me-down uniforms. Their coach was a hippie English teacher who had no previous experience. They went all the way to the state finals that season, beating Lane Tech in the semifinals. Macon was the smallest school in Illinois history to make the baseball finals. Now they have different classes. At the time, it was just one big tournament. In the final game against Waukegan, Snitker made the final out in a 4-2 loss, but the story kind of has a Hoosiers type feel to it, and looks like a great book. I actually may purchase it. Good road reading.
Yeah, I remember the SI story. Wonder if they ran the picket fence.
I think his high school was like 250 students, and Lane Tech was over 5,000. That's a strike, and Acuna's out. He's 0 for 2. Well, we've buried the lead here. We're in the 4th inning, and Chatwood hasn't walked anybody.
Well, a curveball there to freeze Acuna, his second strikeout against no walks.
Freeman with an RBI single in the first. Fouls back.
Yeah, he's been pretty efficient too, so the pitch count is in good shape here as he works in the 4th inning. So hopefully he can stretch it out a little bit. The Cubs have had a hard time getting a lot of length from their starting pitchers. And that's kind of baseball wide. They rank 20th among the 30 clubs in terms of starters.
Schwarber back now. He comes in.
Starters innings per start. So no doubt they would like to improve on that. Check out the variety of luxury premier options that Wrigley Field has to offer for your next client, corporate, or family function, like an all-inclusive suite experience. Daily suite rentals are still available for select games throughout the season. For details, visit Cubs.com/premier.
Markakis hit into a double play in the first. I guess the good news for him is he won't do that in this at bat. There are already 2 outs. Two and 0 on him.
3 starts ago against the Brewers, Tyler went 7 innings. He's gone 6 innings twice, and every other start he's gone 5 or less.
Cubs got a short but effective start from Yu Darvish last night. He had to exit after 4 innings due to some leg cramping. We found that out after the game. Joe said his bullpen should be in pretty good shape tonight. But I think manager and pitching coach are always open to 7 or 8 from their starter.
Makes everybody's life a little easier in the dugout.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Montgomery picked up 2 innings last night. He'll be down tonight. There's a chance he makes a start in the doubleheader Saturday in Cincinnati. Strope, Edwards, and Morrow all pitched an inning. Probably all still good to go for this evening.
That's the first walk issued by Tyler. 2 out, free pass. And now be Tyler versus Tyler. Chatwood and Flowers. Flowers thought he was 1 for 1 with maybe a home run. And Albert Almora Jr. made a great grab, scaling the wall in center.
You got Almora.
I believe the hit percentage here was 95%, according to StatCast. The hit probability.
Some of the catches he made out in Colorado, StatCast didn't give him a lot of love, but should grade out pretty highly with that one. My goodness. We have seen from Tyler in the past, he'll be going along nicely, and all of a sudden the command will just disappear on him. 2 pitch to Markakis. The ball 4 was not a bad pitch. A little backdoor cutter, just missed the outside corner. Muggy here in Atlanta, as it tends to be. It's a pretty good night to pitch, though. Easy to break a sweat, stay loose. Come here a little bit later in the summer, just unbearably hot.
Markakis at first, 2 outs. The 3-1 to Flowers is ripped down the line, fair, and it'll hit the sidewall. Markakis toward third, and he's going to stop. Ron Washington put up his hands as Markakis did what a good base runner should do, and that is he ran hard all the way to third and waited for his first third base coach to give him the stop or go.
Crisis situation now with second and third as Flowers delivers the double down the left field line with that little cutout there. Infielders have to be savvy to that too. There's a chance that ball kicks back to the infield, and the infielder is a better option. In this case, it was not. It was Schwarber's play, and Washington at the last minute throws up the stop sign.
Inciarte hit the game-tying home run last night. He leads the majors with 18 stolen bases. All this happening after 2 outs. Ball 1.
With some of the throws Schwarber has made this year, third base coaches are going to be a little less aggressive running on the big guy.
Yeah, I think last night's game probably had an effect on Washington's decision there to hold Markakis. Schwarber drifting back, and that'll end the threat. Braves strand a couple and lead 1-0 after 4.
perpetuating.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC.
One zip Braves. So far they've gotten a very good start from Brandon McCarthy.
Yeah, something about the Cub Blue brings out the best in him.
One and nothing. And switch hitting Ian Happ.
4 innings here tonight. He's now thrown 18 consecutive scoreless innings against the Cubs.
Scooter Gennett made a big diving catch, saved a couple runs, and homered as the Reds avoided the sweep in San Francisco 6-3 today. That ball lined the other way for a leadoff single.
There's that leadoff note again on McCarthy. Nice stroke.
Updated standings. The Reds have been playing a lot better baseball, and their next game will come against the Cubs Friday night. So they finish up a pretty good road trip. I mentioned Scooter Gennett. He was the NL Player of the Week last week. Chatwood bunts, and McCarthy doesn't even look at second. He'll just get the out at first.
So on Wednesday, it's game 2 of that 2-game series with the Indians. Game time is 7:05, and up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans receive a Cubs Star Wars T-shirt presented by Ganella Baking Company. Tickets are available. Get yours at Cubs.com. Yeah, you know, when they're about to announce the Player of the Week, and I thought it's got to be Contreras. Not going to be anybody but. And then I saw the numbers that Scooter put up, and I said, okay, I get it.
They're now 12-14 under Jim Riggleman. They were 3-15 when Brian Price got fired. So let's see if Almora can come up with some magic with the bat. Saved a potential home run earlier with the glove. He's got a man at second base with 1 out. Takes a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah.
Those two pitches were very similar. One was a ball, one was a strike.
Maybe he's just trying to be fair, like a parent. One for you, one for you.
It's Carlos Torres behind the plate. Here it is, and he struck him out. So when he's needed a strikeout, he's gotten it.
Well, he's both sides of the plate he's been good on now. He's gotten some calls, as we just saw, off the outside edge, but the ability to run that sinker down and in the way he just did, power it in there after getting the called strike away, that's tough stuff.
Strike one to Bryant on the inside. Yanks and Nationals were tied at 3-3 in the 6th when they were suspended last night. So they were going to resume their game before the regularly scheduled game tonight, but it all got washed out. So they'll do that again on June 18th.
This time no double play in order, and they move Albies over to the shortstop side of second base.
Line drive, it gets down, and the Cubs have tied it up. Chris Bryant with an RBI single, and it's 1-1. Good effort by Acuna.
Second hit of the night for Chris. He doubled down the left field line. First time up, solid single here. A humpback liner. Yeah, great play. Great effort by Acuna out there to take away extra bases. And an RBI single for KB, his 22nd run driven in.
So they finally convert after getting an early base runner in the inning, and Rizzo fouls away. Anthony seeking his first hit of the series, 0 for 5 plus a walk.
Hit a bullet last time up, but right to Albies.
Brewers won their series, taking the finale in Arizona 8-2 today, after the Diamondbacks ended a 6-game losing streak last night. They got homers from Shaw, Santana, Yelich, and Saladino early to back Brandon Woodruff.
Yeah, Shaw and Santana went back to back.
Swing and a miss to end the threat, but the Cubs get one on a couple of hits. It's 1-1 in the fifth.
Fifth. Country superstar Luke Bryan is bringing his What Makes You Country tour to the friendly confines Saturday, September 1st. Opening acts include Sam Hunt, John Party, and Carly Pierce. Tickets are on sale now at Cubs.com/concerts.
Another low-scoring, tight affair tonight. Bottom of the fifth, 1-1. RBIs in the game, Freeman and Bryant. And a strike to Camargo. Just missing on a couple of high pitches. 2-1 to count. Flaherty and then McCarthy due.
Margot, another young player, 24 years of age. He's from Panama City, Panama.
Debuted last year. Hit .299 in 82 games.
He's a man with a plan.
And he just drew his 11th walk in his 68th plate appearance. He only walked 12 times in 256 last year, so market improvement in that department. And now Flaherty. Bryant not quite on the grass, but in at third and well off the line. Double play depth in the middle, and a swing and a miss on a changeup.
Yeah, he's gotten some swings and misses. He featured that changeup a handful of times to the left-handed hitters. On occasion, first pitch changeup, and a sitting fastball. He really sells it. Good hand speed. I mean, it doesn't have great action. But it's very deceptive.
Another one.
Yeah, when you can get a swing and miss at a changeup that high, clearly the hitters aren't seeing it. I mean, it's not fading out of the zone like you normally think of a changeup. That one did. The previous one did not.
Outside on a fastball at 96. Flaherty was with the Phillies in spring training. He got released late. A few days later signed with Atlanta and got off to a hot start. Debuted with the Orioles in 2012 after being a Rule 5 pick plucked from the Cubs. Not a bad time to check on the runner. The Braves lead the league in stolen bases. They are tied with, I believe, Washington, 35, leading the majors. Double play chance. Almost tailor-made. 6-4-3.
Second one of those we've seen tonight. They turned the trick back in the first inning. 6-4-3 as well. Yeah, this is about as good as it gets. Plenty of pace on that ground ball, so no opportunity for the base runner to get into hobby there at the turn.
A strike on McCarthy. He grounded out to short in the third inning. Happ was playing in at the Battle of the Lights a little bit. McCarthy lines out. We go to the sixth, 1-1. True Chicago fans. One deadlock. Starters have been good.
Yeah, against the two clubs with plenty of firepower. The pitchers have dominated here tonight. That little guy, that dance move, that's like sweeping the nation.
That's the thing, yeah. It's called the floss.
Oh, I don't even want to contemplate that.
No. Here's Contreras. 0 for 1, walked in the 4th inning. .28 total bases over his last 23 at bats.
Fastball away.
Too far away. 1-0.
Got Carole King in my head now. So far away.
I was going Dire Straits.
Well, see if he hangs a little cut piece here. He's been pretty precise, not many mistakes in the middle of the plate, and he's moved the ball up and down, in and out very effectively. He's gotten swings and misses with elevated fastballs. He's worked both sides of the plate. Got some long arms, doesn't he? Probably a good rebounder back in the day.
Bartolo Colon got a win today. 4-1, or rather 5-1, as the Rangers beat Seattle. He's got a .282 ERA, 7 shutout today. Another leadoff walk for Willie.
Well, he's been keyhole in there tonight. He walked last time. Down and in sinker that just missed. This time they throw a cutter. And Flowers doing a nice job, just kind of drifting the body a little bit, trying to center that pitch in the middle of his body, give the umpire a good look at it. And Carlos Torres wasn't biting.
Baez with a half swing, which counts as a full one. Tampa Bay won at Kansas City 5-3. That's a 3-game sweep. The Royals are now 13-30. Including 6-16 at home. The 0-2 called strike 3.
Javi was selling out the breaking ball there the last two. Cubs baseball is brought to you by Budweiser. Join the team that enjoys responsibly. Budweiser reminds you to drink wiser.
Statue of Hall of Famer Bobby Cox. Schwarber is 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts so far in the set. And Flowers will make a visit. First mound visit of the night for either team comes here in the 6th inning. Cardinals beat the Twins today 7-5.
I don't know if that's a stat anybody's keeping track of, but I'm guessing if you lead the league in fewest mound visits, you've probably had a pretty good year.
Probably, yeah. Dexter Fowler got on base 4 times today for St. Louis. as they beat Lance Lynn, the ex-Cardinal. Schwarber hits it hard. What a pick by Freeman. He'll step on first. Contreras caught in a rundown. And Camargo tags him. What a play by Freddie Freeman. And we're still tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. A terrific play. And turns it into a 3-6 double play.
Yeah, just tremendous hands by Freeman. He's one of the better defensive first basemen in the game. There are two of them here, but Rizzo and Freeman, they're so similar in so many ways, including their defensive work. And you notice when he came off the bag, he didn't go very far away from the base, protecting against the double down the line and put him in a good position to handle that hot smash from Schwarber.
Albies looks at a strike.
Get over curveball. Hasn't used the breaking pitch very much tonight. But third time through the batting order now. It's nice to have that option.
A.J. Pollock's going to miss a fair amount of time with a thumb injury.
There's been some significant injuries going back to the spring training. You had Daniel Murphy with Washington, Justin Turner, Bumgarner, Pollock. Twins lost their catcher, Jason Castro. He's out for the year. Required knee surgery, so they're in the market for a backstop.
1-2 is foul. Cubs bullpen, Cishek and Dunsing. By my count, Mr. Albies is at least the third Ozzie to wear a Braves uniform.
Ozzie Virgil?
Ozzie Virgil, Ozzie Guillen. And now Ozzie Albies. There may be more. Addison Russell on the outfield grass for the out.
On Tuesday the 22nd, Boeing presents Military Appreciation Night at Wrigley Field. All participants who purchase tickets through the Cubs Community Nights page receive a Cubs military camo baseball cap. $3 of every ticket sold will be donated to the USO of Illinois on behalf of Boeing. For more information, visit cubs.com/communitynights.
Acuna, born in December of 1997. From Venezuela. Signed in 2014 by the Braves. Whacked in the center. Got a quick bat, doesn't he?
Yeah, he can really generate some bat speed. Kid oozes talent.
I think Tyler wants to come out of the game.
He looks a little mystified.
But he will exit in a 1-1 tie here in the 6th inning. The Atlanta outfit Deer Hunter with Revival. Left-hander Brian Dunsing on to face Freddie Freeman with a man on, one out, and a 1-1 tie. Dunsing has been terrific.
Yeah, he had a 0 ERA until the other day against the White Sox. Gave up his first run of the year.
Back-to-back lefties now. Freeman followed by Markakis.
Yeah, and Tyler had that look when Joe was coming out to get him, as if to say, what have I done to deserve being removed from this game? And the answer is nothing, but it's the matchup. It's a very dangerous left-handed hitter who would be getting his third look at Tyler.
2-1 to Freeman. Acuna the runner at first.
Now, Freeman and Markakis have both been outstanding against left-handed pitching. So this is not an easy assignment at all for Brian Dunsing, despite those numbers.
Freeman not taking the bait so far. And Dunsing will check on the base runner. Now a 3-1 and ball 4. Here comes Markakis. And Stella getting ready. Pinch hit at bat. Acuna, by the way, has really good speed. He stole 44 last year in the minor leagues. So any outfield hit likely will get him home. Now, whenever you see a prospect like Acuna, you hear about him, you tend to ask, who does he remind you of? And one name that came up, talking to the Braves earlier this year, Eric Davis. The power speed combo. That's deep, but it's foul and out of play.
Eric Davis for me was more like wiry strong. This kid's a little thicker. But
yeah, but I think more
of the skill set.
Yeah, the kind of game he plays, not necessarily the build.
Well, you know, many consider him the number one prospect in all of baseball. So, you know, start there with your comps, right? The expectation is he becomes a superstar. Markakis 1 out of 11 in his career against Brian Dunsing.
One and two. Albies popped out. Acuna singled. Freeman walked. And a 1-2 count on Markakis. Here it is. 2-2.
He's so locked in. He's seeing the ball so well. Talked about the first time he was up there, one of just a handful of big leaguers as part of that walk more than they have struck out club.
Count holds 2-2.
So what happens when you're pitching in this situation, you're seeing that the guy's laying off the breaking ball. He was a little late on that fastball, so he's letting the ball get deep. He doesn't want to get fooled. So that tells you, well, maybe I can beat him inside. If he's waiting, I can get a ball in on his hands. It might force a late swing and a little weak contact. The danger, of course, middle end mistake, that could end up in the seats, you know, on the pull side. So that's kind of the debate you have when you're in a situation like this. Do you try to make the pitch in on the hands, or do you just concede and stay, you know, down and away breaking ball or down and away fastball and hope he just lifts a little fly ball to left?
Russell trying to keep Acuna close. 2-2 is bounced foul to first.
It's fairly center cut when it's an off-speed pitch. Ian Freeman, they are having the kinds of at-bats that will force you to empty the toolkit. And you know, I don't normally throw my changeup to lefties, but I'm going to try one. Maybe I should drop down my arm angle, give him a different look.
Dunsing making his 20th appearance. And another 2-2. That's a fair ball to Rizzo. They get one. They get two. 3-6-1 double play to end the inning. So if Dunsing comes in and does his job, 1-1 after 6. Needs a second wind here. We get into the 7th. Shane Carl, a right-hander, is on, facing the bottom of the Cubs order. Yeah. Russell Happ, and likely a pinch hitter.
That's been a big piece for these guys. Touring over the 075 for the 19th time, and the Cubs 6 through 9 has been outstanding. Third best batting average, first in OPS, RBIs, and runs. It's in Major League Baseball, so.
Even including the Cubs pitcher.
And maybe, you know, the Cubs pinch hitters have been so good. I think that's influencing those numbers as well. But the likes of Russell, Schwarber, Baez down there quite often.
So Carl in for McCarthy, who was very good. The 0-1 to Addy is off the outside corner.
Yeah, so that's, you know, the nature of baseball. We talked about McCarthy's last 2 starts, combining 8 1/3 innings, 23 hits, 14 runs. So you would think, okay, they should light him up, and maybe just the opposite is true, that he was due for a good one, and he was locked in here tonight.
Into the corner. Russell on his way to second. That's a double.
His swings better and better of late. Fastball absolutely scalded, but that's what you're supposed to do with a hanging slider. See where Flowers is setting his mitt. They're trying to go down and away with a breaking ball. Drifts up over the plate. Russell makes him pay for it.
Carl faced 5 Cubs on Monday at Wrigley, and nobody hit a ball out of the infield. They've got a guy in scoring position with nobody out. Ian Happ, the batter. Tommy La Stella now on deck. Flowers will head to the mound for a visit. Cub fans were being heard, and now the home fans are booing, trying to drown them out. Flaherty in at third. Here's the pitch to Happ. It's high for ball 1.
Good pass at it. Flowers trying to get Carl to throw that fastball inside. He hasn't hit his spot. This one was up but away. Again, he sets the target inside, and the 2-seam fastball runs back towards the middle.
Russell a leadoff double. 1-1 to Happ. Well, 2 balls and a strike.
He's pitching in the way a lot of clubs do. Elevated fastballs.
Cubs have not led tonight. Braves got a first inning run. The Cubs tied it in the 5th. Bottom of the order here, trying to help them get the lead.
1-run game last night. They played a 1-run game in Chicago on Monday, and here we go again.
This road trip is 7 games over 6 days. Started last night. Last night the Cubs got their 2nd road win of the season after trailing into the 9th. High fly to right. Russell's going to tag. Markakis will try to get behind it. He makes the catch, and Addison will hold.
Hey, Cub fans, join the Cubs season ticket holder waiting list today to claim your spot in our lineup for season tickets. It's easy and free to register. For details, visit Cubs.com/waiting list.
Former Brave Tommy La Stella. Excellent. Off the bench late. Well, not this time. As Camargo will make the catch. Cub fans, tonight's bona fide player of the game, Albert Almora Jr. for that great grab, robbing Tyler Flowers of maybe a home run. Wrap your hands around the original Italian beef of the Chicago Cubs at one of the 25 Bona locations.
He's got radioactive blood.
Well, we named him the player of the game, so kind of set it all up for him right here. 1 for 3 at the plate. Russell at second, 2 outs. First pitch strike.
Knees cheese, 96. Only part of that.
Cubs out hitting the Braves 6-4. Outfield straight away. There's always a hole on the infield, and right now that's right where Russell is. Swing and a miss. Now got to regroup. I would say there's usually a hole on the infield unless there are 5 infielders, which is a rare configuration.
Yeah, that's a winning run on third base stuff. End of the ball game. At least for now, who knows? Maybe someday.
Two and two with Bryant waiting on deck. Chris tied the game with his run-scoring single a couple of innings ago. McCarthy went 6 innings. Chatwood for the Cubs went 5 1/3. 2-2, he got him. So he gave up the leadoff double and nothing more after that. Will stretch in Atlanta 1-1. Brought to you by Ram Trucks, Guts, Glory, Ram. Big weekend here on WGN. We'll have tomorrow night's game 3, and we will have the split doubleheader. First game at noon on Saturday from Cincinnati. Great to see our buddy Skip Ellison, the longtime WGN Cubs director who retired after last season. He's here at the ballpark. Just
came in and, to say hi, and now he's guys like Colonel Flagg. He just disappeared.
Steve Cishek is on in the 7th. Facing Tyler Flowers. Flowers 2 really good at bats. 1 for 2 with a double. Steve, a terrific addition to this bullpen. He'll turn 32 in about a month.
The trust factor in C-Check for Joe Madden is way up there. Very dependable.
2-1.
Really have the ability now to shorten the game with so much talent out there in the bullpen, and so many of the guys really throwing the ball well. I think Brian Snitker has the same good vibes about his bullpen. They've been a little shaky here of late. Early on they were not good, then they kind of settled in and pitched well for a while, but of late some opportunities get away. At least Cayeno, their closer, gave it up last night. And man, he's throwing his fastball right over the heart of the plate. And he's got a good one, but
two called, strike 3. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN. We're going to put him back to work. Skip doing what all the kids do at the ballpark. Tweet. Want to know on Ender Inciarte.
Chatwood, 5 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And McCarthy both very good tonight, but no decisions for both. Tyler dropped his ERA to 3.14. 79 pitches tonight, 44 for strikes.
Inciarte came over a blockbuster deal with the Diamondbacks. Aaron Blair, right-handers, had all kinds of arm issues. Dansby Swanson and Inciarte in the deal that sent Shelby Miller the other way. And I have to say that trade tilted almost 100% toward the Braves.
Yeah, Shelby Miller's still hurt, right?
Tommy John surgery.
Yeah. It's been
recovering.
A mess. Top of the foot on that foul ball. Inciarte, a real weapon late in the game. He's hit for a little power this year. Hit a home run here the other night. He's hit 4 so far this year, and if you put him on, he's obviously a threat to steal a base.
Definitely a weapon on the bases. This is last night. Contreras got hit on the top of that right foot, and again tonight, Jim Hickey to the mound. Not only discuss handling Camargo, but I'm sure what to do about Inciarte as well.
And having hit into 3 double plays already tonight, you would think the Braves would be a little jumpy and really push Inciarte to try to steal a bag here.
Carl Edwards Jr. up in the Cubs bullpen. Lester Strode and Franklin Font on the right. Camargo the batter. Rizzo holds Inciarte, not running, and the first pitch is a strike on a slider. Seventh inning, a 1-1 tie. Cubs have used Dunsing and Cishek behind Tyler Chatwood tonight. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good visit.
Yeah, great execution. A couple backdoor sliders and then that elevated fastball. He gets a lot of swings and misses with this pitch. He just set him up perfectly. He'll upshoot.
So two Braves retired, and Ciarte still at first, and it's Ryan Flaherty.
So easy for a left-handed hitter to give up on that slider with the arm angle with which he delivers that pitch. I'm sure as a left-handed hitter, you're thinking that thing is way outside. Frisbee's its way to the plate.
Couple of long and lean big leaguers. Steve Cishek, 6'6", 215. Flaherty, 6'3", 220. One and one.
Cishek gets the ball to the plate in pretty good shape too, so it's tough to run on.
Popped into short left, coming in is Schwarber, and he's got it. And that's it for the Braves in the seventh. Still 1-1. Let's check out the fourth drive of the game. The Cubs tying it up in the fifth inning. And a solid single by Chris Bryant.
Well,
on the eighth.
Yeah, another two-hit night for KB.
And his out was a towering fly to the warning track and left.
Yeah, you watch him hit, and it's kind of like watching one of those guys in the NBA or college hoops that makes about 90% of their free throws. You know, not that he's going to have success at that rate, but just in terms of the quality at bat percentage, I guess, if we want to create yet another new stat. But here, you know, just spitting on these breaking balls out of the zone. I mean, he's just so disciplined. Monday in Chicago when he lined out to end the game with the bases loaded. He just felt really confident that he was going to have a good at bat, put a good swing on something. He did, but unfortunately lined out to left.
Swing and a miss, 2-1. Carl surrendered the leadoff double to Russell in the 7th, but then got the next 3. And this ball whacked into left.
Not that easy.
3-hit night for Bryant.
For Flowers, he wanted this thing way up, and it was a belt high.
Ryan Snitker will make a pitching change. He wants a lefty to face Anthony Rizzo. 1-1 tie, 8th inning. We'll be right back.
This season, get Cubs home screen icons and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Could there possibly be more? Download MLB At Bat today.
A.J. Minter got the save. On Monday at Wrigley Field, he did give up a run and got Chris Bryant to end the game with the bases loaded and a line out to left. Tonight, working in the 8th inning with Bryant at first base and Anthony Rizzo at the plate.
Power game, mid-90s heater and a hard cutter.
Here we go. Rizzo just about got hit. Nobody else throwing currently in the Braves bullpen.
97 headed towards that forearm. He's just 150, so he gets the call here for Riz. Made his big league debut last year, Minter did. Pitched 16 times for the Braves. Spent a whole lot of time in the minor leagues, drafted and signed in 2015.
Missed again, 3-0. Rio swing, and Minter's going to get him. Flaherty tripped on third base. A huge first out for Minter.
Anthony 0 for 3 last night plus a walk, and it's been a frustrating night tonight, and wanted to take advantage of that cripple fastball on 3-0, but the ball was down a little bit and he lofts a little pop up to third. I doubt that will nod him a little bit. Some will debate the rationale behind the swing on 3-0, but I got no problem with it. A guy like Rizzo who's capable of doing damage.
Contreras 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Modest lead by Bryant, and the first pitch is a strike. 98 on the Heat.
And Minter did not pitch the year he signed. He had Tommy John surgery at the end of March that year. Appears to be fully recovered here. Working with that 98-mile-an-hour heater. Last year was all over the Braves organization. Pitched 5 different spots.
The kick and the 0-2. Tomahawked into center. Contreras with a base hit.
How did he do that? That thing was chin high. It's incredible. After showing great patience working 2 walks, now he comes up here and he swings at it. I mean, he's smashing the pinata here. Shoulder high fastball is what, 96, 97, something like that. That is most impressive.
Javier Baez, 2 on, 1 away. Singled in the second and has struck out twice since.
And he's having one of those nights after that first at bat, the base hit. He's been taking strikes and swinging at pitches out of the zone. Playing the guessing game, and the last couple of times he's been guessing wrong.
One strike to Baez. Make it 0-2. Has started to lightly rain.
Back to the well one more time. This time Javi able to lay off.
Tip, strike 3. So 2 outs. It'll be left up to Kyle Schwarber. Some fans starting to head for cover as the rain's intensity has increased a bit. But we play on.
Let's go, Cubbies! Let's go, Cubbies!
1-1.
Good weapon, that cutter. 92 miles an hour. A lot of horizontal break to it. Schwarber probably feels like he's owed one after his last at bat. He had a rocket down to first base, and Freeman made a heck of a play on him. '99. You can see why the Braves would fast track this kid to the big leagues. A whole lot of minor league experience. You got that kind of an arm, even if he doesn't have the finer points of pitching down in short relief. That stuff will play.
Ground ball, and this will get the Braves out of the inning. Albies makes the play. Cubs lead 2. It's still 1-1 in the 8th. Right, will hit 9th in the batting order, meaning he'll hit 3rd in the 9th. And Carl Edwards Jr. will take over on the hill.
CJ, 19th appearance, 2-0 with a 241. He's allowed runs in his last 2 appearances. Home runs. Davidson and the White Sox got him. Acuna last night. But still, the number is outstanding for Edwards.
Preston Tucker lines to Rizzo. 1 away.
Stage of the ball game where you're going to guard the line, and Anthony's so good going to the line, sinking line drive, and say, hey, Freddie Freeman, don't forget about me over here.
First out, a loud one. Here's Albies. In the dirt, ball 1. The 2-0. Lifted foul out of play. Let's go back to the Rizzo play.
Quick feet, huh? So quick for such a big man. Cubs have played very good defense tonight, beginning with the Almora play in center. They've turned 3 double plays.
Out in the right center. Almora will dive, can't get it. Albies on his way to second. Loses his helmet. He's trying for 3. Relay throw. Gets by, stays in, fortunately. That was a couple of feet from going out of play and allowing Albies to round the bases completely, but it's a triple. He has done a ton of damage against Cubs pitching this year.
Double triple tonight. Another valiant effort by Almora as he leaves his feet. Just can't come up with it. Zober scrambling over to help out. This kid can do so many things so well, including run really fast.
An assist to the fence in front of the Cubs dugout to keep Albies from scoring, but they've got to bring the infield in. Acuna, the man who hit the homer last night off Edwards, takes way high, ball 1.
And a perfect world. Carl's backing up third, and he's right against that fence. Basically serve as a goaltender to make sure the ball doesn't get out of play. Bigger fish to fry now.
Base hit. Braves lead 2-1. Acuna does it for the 2nd consecutive night. So these 2 kids announcing to the National League they're going to be here for a while.
This time it looked like a curveball. Acuna rifles it into left. The go-ahead run.
Cubs are going to win the night. They're going to have to come back again in the ninth. Batter is Freddie Freeman. Acuna gets a big jump. Freeman skies one down the line, and it's out of play. Foul. Lourdes Vizcaíno. And get right back on the horse tonight. That's a base hit against the shift. Acuna toward third. The throw there. Safe. And Freeman with a nice piece of base running makes second on the throw to third.
Yeah, that's interesting approach by Freeman, and a lot of times you'll see a guy who, he doesn't hit the ball on the ground very much and almost never to that side of the diamond. Doesn't mean he's not capable, and clearly that's what his intent was there.
They will intentionally send Markakis to first on a walk to load the bases. And the batter will be Tyler Flowers.
Edwards' forte, the swing and miss, and he could use a punch out here. With the diamond, play for 2. Flowers doesn't run well.
Acuna at third, Freeman at second, Markakis is at first. Here we go. Curveball in the dirt.
Pretty curveball heavy here tonight. Needs to pull a rabbit out of his hat here.
Gave up the lead in the 8th inning last night, only to score twice in the 9th. Down 2-1 tonight. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Outfield around to right. A foul strike. It's 2-2. That's the sac fly area. Generally have to get it beyond that red line and have a shot to get the runner in from third. 3-2. Ciarte on deck. Edwards in survival mode here, just trying to keep his team within a run. And it's 3-1 as Flowers draws the bases loaded walk.
An approach by Flowers. He does walk a good bit. Make a good at bat there, and that'll do it for Carl. Frustrating for him, and a lot of family here at the ballpark for this series. So far, it has not gone well for him.
I think they dim the lights on purpose here. And they light up those ribbon boards. 3-1 in the 8th, and we'll be right back. Justin Hancock. And a 3-1 ball game, bases loaded. Inciarte fouls away. 98 from the hard throwing right-hander.
Yeah, this is an interesting situation for Hancock. Just his 4th major league appearance. Comes in on the road with the bases loaded.
Yeah, so he recently joined the club and he's getting a lot of work here. This is his 4th appearance in 8 days, counting his major league debut. Foul tip, 1-2.
Yeah, Joe, like most managers, not afraid to throw a guy into the fire. Say, hey, you're a big leaguer. See what you got. The only out in the inning, the line drive that Tucker hit that Anthony made the play on.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good work to get Inciarte. 2 outs, it's Camargo.
Yeah, Inciarte, very good bat control, doesn't strike out all that often, and he just powered that one right by him.
Off the end of the bat, and that'll land foul. And a strike on the Braves shortstop. The rain has basically stopped. And the 0-1. This is low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitchers of record right now, Minter and Edwards. Two kids at the top, right in the middle of all the action here in the 8th. There's Jason Hayward. He's been on the concussion DL for a little over a week. He was out doing some running on the field before the game. Albies with a 1-out triple. Acuna knocked him in with a base hit. Later came home on the bases loaded walk to Flowers. Sharply hit foul on the ground. 2-2.
Top of the 9th means Russell, Happ, and Zobrist. Russell with a leadoff double in the 7th, and the Cubs were not able to not only not score him, but not advance him at all. And they had 1st and 2nd with 1 out in the 8th. Nothing came of that. They've had a couple of chances here late. Block out all the noise.
Runners will,
go ahead.
Runners will get a head start here on 3-2.
You say put yourself to forget about the environment, just kind of put yourself in a tunnel. You and Contreras.
Aggressive. He's got a fastball that can beat a guy.
You know, you talked about Camargo last time he was up. He's been much more patient this year. So, you know, in the past, maybe you'd throw a breaking ball down and in, get a chase, but Hancock leans heavily on that fastball anyway. He doesn't want to get too cute here. Yeah, he tried it.
4-1. Flaherty, the base is still loaded, 3 runs in. What did that hit? I guess the bat. And that's a foul ball. Flaherty's trying to sell that he got hit. He's not doing a great job of it. No, I hit the bat. All these runs charged to Edwards.
Thinking back to Carl last year, he was really good, but he had a couple of little clusters, just 3 or 4 outings in a row where things go south for him, and then he turns it around.
Well, the overall really good. Ground ball to Baez. And finally the 8th is over. It's 4-1 Braves to the 9th. To retake the lead. And it will be a safe spot for Arodys Vizcaíno. He came in up a run last night, gave up 2. Blown save and a loss. He's got a bigger cushion tonight.
Nothing cheap about the hits the Cubs got off him in the 9th inning last night. His fastball was out over the middle of the plate. He's got good stuff. Throws hard, good curveball, but location was not good last night. And unfortunately, the Cubs couldn't keep it to a 1-run game because I think he's vulnerable, but pitching with a more wiggle room here tonight. Another one right down the middle. 97, and Addy was a little bit behind it. Can afford to be aggressive now. He's got a 3-run lead.
looking at CJ's game logs from last year. You were referencing 73 appearances. He allowed runs in only 11 of those 73 appearances, but 4 of the 11 he allowed at least 3. So it was like when he gave up runs, a lot of times there were multiple runs. But ended up with a 298 when it was all said and done. On the ground to the second baseman, Albies, for the out. That will bring up Ian Happ. Swing and a miss. One strike on Happ. Make it 0-2. Off the corner that time. 40 career saves for Vizcaíno. He had 14 last year, 10 the year before that. And Happ strikes out. 2 down.
It's the old too high breaking ball that works out for the pitcher.
Vizcaíno had Tommy John surgery. Basically cost him a couple of seasons. A PED suspension cost him half of the 2015 season. And one strike on Zobrist, who had the game-winning hit last night in the ninth against Vizcaíno. Here it is. 1-1.
Well, you're 2 base runners away from Chris Bryant. Find a way to get on, keep the line moving.
Out front. Smashed foul.
Turned on 98 like it was nothing. Everybody else in the division already won.
John Lester tomorrow night against Mike Soroka right here on WGN. Lined and caught by Camargo. And the Braves take game 2. 3-run eighth is the difference. Final score, Atlanta 4, Cubs 1. We'll be right back.